Uh, Good morning, everyone. Uh, uh, Me and my group will presentation about passive voice. But at first, let me introduce myself. My name is Mauliday Dayati,
My name
and
is Sultan Alizardi.
My name is Zaki Aulia Putra.
we will explain about what is passive voice. What is passive voice? Passive voice is a quality of a verb that describes when the subject of a sentence is acted upon by the verb. The passive voice is used to show interest in the person or object that experiences an action rather than the person or object that performs the action. In other words, the most important things are person become the subject of the sentence. The example, the passive voice is used frequently. We are interested in the passive voice, not in who use it. The house was built in 1644. We are interested in the house, not in the who built it. The world is being repaired. We are interested in the world, not in the people who are doing the repairs. Comparing active voice and passive voice. Passive voice example. A knife was used to commit the murder. Step 1. Find the subject. Step 2. Find the verb. Step 3. Ask, did the subject perform the verb? As its subject did not perform the action of the verb, was used as a verb in the passive voice. The knife didn't do anything. It was passive. That's the point. Active voice example. The murderer used a knife. Step 1. Find the subject. Step 2. Find the verb. Step 3. Ask, did the subject perform the verb? As its subject performed the action of the verb, use is a verb in the action voice. The murderer did something. He was active. That's the point.
Example of verb in the passive voice. 1. Everyone was startled by the power out. 2. A scream was heard coming from across the house. 3. The candles were extinguished as a cruise to the scream. 4. The crime was illuminated shortly by flash of lightning. 5. She had been murdered. 6. A trap was devised to catch the killer. 7. Lieutenant Lavender was shocked by the brilliant detective educator Emerald. Remember that if a verb is in the passive voice, its subject has the active of the verb done to it. Here some more example sentence featuring passive verb. Next, Zaki.
The agent did it. In passive sentence, the person or thing carrying out the action, often called the agent, is introduced by with but. For the example, the cow will be moved after tea by the farmhand. And the active version, the farmhand will move the cows after tea. All the pies were eaten by Lee was passive sentence, and the active version is Lee ate all the pies. Next, the fishing rig was designed by Mark, and the active version, Mark designed the fishing rig. The tin of tuna fish was opened by Sasha, and the active version, Sasha opened the tin of tuna fish. Next example is the printer part. cartridge was replaced by the engineer, and the active version, the engineer replaced the printer cartridge. Okay, next, you might have to invert a subject. Sometimes, to turn a passive sentence into active one, you have to create your own subject. For the example, first, the crowbar was used to open the window. This is the passive sentence, and the active version is the bulgar used a crowbar to open the window. Next, fish that are not popular in the restaurants are discarded. And the active version, they discard the fish that are not popular in the restaurant. Next is the engine was fixed, and the active version is he fixed the engine. The next example is the map had been misplaced, and the active version is Mark misplaced the map. Next, Sultan.
5 good reasons to use the passive voice. First, the passive voice is useful to avoid blame. Two, the passive voice often shows a natural or objective tone. Three, the passive voice can be appropriate when the actor is unimportant, or obvious. But five, the passive voice is useful. The emphasizes something by putting it at the start of your sentence. Six, a passive voice construction allow you to use the same subject twice. Key point, the passive voice can be useful for avoiding blame, portraying a natural tone, and focusing on the recipient of the action of a verb rather than the door.
Um, okay, that's all from our group. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.